Let's jump right into today's explainer, where we are exploring Nagarjuna's ancient and frankly brilliant map of spiritual evolution, the Mahaprajnaparamita Sastra. This really isn't just some dusty philosophical text. It is a highly sophisticated psychological blueprint for achieving literally the absolute highest state of human potential.
So, let's get right into it by defining our core subject, the Bodhisattva. This is someone who actively follows the Mahayana path, making this massive cosmic vow to attain full Buddhahood. But here is the catch. They aren't doing it just for themselves. They're on the ultimate quest to save every single sentient being out there. Here is our agenda for today's explainer. 1. The Bodhisattva's Great Journey. 2. Building a compassionate foundation. 3. Cultivating endurance and detachment. 4. Purifying the mind. 5. Mastering the higher stages. And 6. Walking the path today.
Section 1. The Bodhisattva's Great Journey.
To kick things off, we really have to understand how a bodhisattva actually moves through these spiritual stages, which are known as bhumis, without getting totally trapped by their own success. Nagarjuna points out that the journey is continuous, sure, but your method of travel has to constantly evolve. Basically, you must master a stage to advance, but then you have to completely let go of it to keep climbing. It's like you ride the horse to reach the elephant, but once you reach the elephant, you can't exactly drag the horse along with you, right? You have to abandon the horse to ride the elephant, and eventually you abandon the elephant to ride the dragon. It is such a profound metaphor for spiritual progression. What saves you at one stage becomes the exact baggage that holds you back in the next.
Section 2. Building a compassionate foundation.
Now, to avoid leaping straight to riding dragons before you're ready, you've got to build an essential foundation of deep empathy and pure intentions. In Stage 1, the practitioner establishes what's called a deep mind, focused solely on enlightenment, alongside an equal mind that views all beings completely without bias. This also means practicing absolutely truthful speech and ruthlessly cutting out any arrogance. In the text, Nagarjuna emphasizes that this deep mind isn't just some passing hobby. It's an unwavering, profound joy directed at ultimate omniscience, putting the spiritual quest way above any worldly distractions.
And what's truly fascinating here is how this demands the ultimate psychological shift. As humans, we naturally play favorites, right? But the Bodhisattva has to completely abandon that common tendency to love friends and hate enemies. They have to utilize the four immeasurable minds, loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity, for everyone equally. Whether it's your absolute best friend or your worst enemy, your desire for their ultimate happiness has to be identical, which, let's be honest, is incredibly hard to do.
So moving into Stage 2, the crucial point is grounding all that compassion in real action. This means deep patience and an absolute, unwavering commitment to gratitude. You're maintaining pure precepts, cultivating extreme patience, where anger simply cannot take root, and feeling profound joy in saving others. But honestly, gratitude is the real centerpiece of this stage.
To drive this home, the text cites an ancient Jataka tale about a bear who saved a man's life. Get this, a lost, starving man was sheltered and fed by a bear for 7 days. But the second a man found his way back to civilization, he immediately betrayed the bear's location to a group of hunters just to get a cut of the meat. The text vividly describes how, when the man reached out to take his reward, both of his arms instantly fell off. The lesson here is incredibly stark. Lacking gratitude is considered literally worse than an animal's nature. A true bodhisattva remembers and repays even the smallest kindness.
Section 3. Cultivating endurance and detachment.
As the air gets thinner on our ascent, stages 3 and 4 require the bodhisattva to endure immense worldly suffering without ever retreating. The stakes are getting much higher now, and the requirements are way more stringent. We have to contrast the bodhisattva's path with lesser paths here, which the text calls the Stravaka mindset. Those on lesser paths are really just seeking a personal escape. They desire a quick nirvana, they just want off the ride. But the bodhisattva, they vow to endure the world's pain infinitely to save others. They fully embrace the great burden. It's like they're saying, I am not leaving this burning building until every last person is safely out.
Because of this massive commitment, these stages are incredibly demanding. They combine an insatiable hunger for learning endlessly without tiring, with an absolute stripping away of worldly desires and possessions. Stage 3 is all about purifying the mind through knowledge without seeking any fame for it. Then, Stage 4 takes it even further, embracing true contentment and giving up all possessions without clinging. It is a complete stripping away of the ego and any sense of worldly security.
Section 4. Purifying the mind.
Entering these higher altitudes, the focus shifts to surgically removing the subtle poisons of the mind. We are well past the obvious character flaws at this point. Now we're dealing with the microscopic cracks in the foundation. Stage 5 actually lists 12 specific things to avoid, reminding us that even minor inner flaws can completely halt your spiritual progress. You have to avoid useless, idle talk that brings no benefit. Avoid all forms of anger and resentment. Avoid arrogance, great pride, and the core 3 poisons of lust, anger, and ignorance. Nagarjuna points out that at this level, even engaging in mundane gossip or feeling just a subtle, fleeting sense of superiority over someone else is enough to derail your entire ascent.
By stage 6, the bodhisattva must perfectly balance what are called the 6 paramitas. That's giving, morality, patience, energy, meditation, and wisdom. This requires absolute, unhesitating generosity without a single trace of regret or doubt. You never withhold possessions, and you absolutely never look back. On top of that, you must maintain unwavering faith, never doubting the profound teachings, even when they completely defy conventional logic.
Section 5. Mastering the higher stages.
Let's see how all of this builds into the truly transcendent, higher realms of stages 7 through 9. This is where the training wheels completely come off and the nature of reality itself is manipulated. It's a breathtaking evolution, from just trying to be a good, truthful person back in stage 1 to mastering the very fabric of reality and emptiness itself. Take a look at stage 7, for instance. You're mastering non-attachment to 20 specific concepts, including the self, life, and even the Buddha. And by stage 9, the bodhisattva is approaching supreme omniscience, mastering skillful means, and according to the text, even understanding the languages of dragons and celestial beings so they can teach them the Dharma.
Which leads us to the ultimate mind-bending realization of the text. It states that the bodhisattva knows all dharmas have no coming or going, and they cultivate the stages without thinking or conceptualizing about them. So, after all this intense effort, the advanced bodhisattva realizes there is no actual path to walk and no self walking it. They achieve these monumental stages totally naturally, without clinging to the idea of, I am achieving a stage. It's essentially the perfection of action, completely without ego.
Section 6. Walking the Path Today. Okay, so that is a lot of cosmic, high-level philosophy. But how do we actually apply this ancient map to everyday life? Because, let's face it, we aren't all ready to speak to dragons or manipulate the fabric of emptiness just yet. The beauty of this explainer is that you don't need to be an ancient sage. You can start stage 1 and 2 today. Just cultivate daily gratitude, even for the tiny things. Commit to endless learning. Practice deep empathy by trying to view a really difficult coworker with the exact same equal mind as a dear friend. Practice patience in the face of everyday frustrations, like sitting in traffic or waiting in long lines. These are the real, foundational steps of this grand journey.
So, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder as you continue your own journey. If progress requires abandoning the horse to ride the elephant, what personal attachment are you currently refusing to let go of to reach your next stage? Seriously, what is the horse in your life right now? Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible ascent, and I will catch you in the next explainer.